Official start of basketball practice this week for Liberty basketball. And Coach, good to see you again.
Great to see you, Alan.
Guys have had some workouts leading up to this day. How exciting of a time is it for you and your team?
Very exciting. Really anxious to get it going. I think we had a little bit of a precursor to what we could expect from our group this year on our 10 practices leading up to Costa Rica. That being said, though, that seems like it's eons ago, and we're anxious to get started with practice.
When you tell people about, this is what I like about my team right now, even before practice starts, what do you tell people?
Buy-in. Our group has a great buy-in, not only to our program and its development, but to the university and its mission. And although we don't have any perfect dudes or coaches out there, we do have a group that's pursuant of being great. And I love that. It's something that's, I think, been an intentional process that we've tried to implement, and just slowly but surely, I think we're getting there.
When you look at what happened last year, obviously you closed the book, but what pieces from that squad and the development you had kind of benefited this team in the offseason?
Well, we had such an inexperienced group that I think the preseason, not winning a Division I game in the non-conference, really could have been a huge negative and 1,000-pound gorilla on our back. But what I was impressed with our guys is their resiliency, their commitment to the process, our defensive system. And I think the small reward in that was we gained a little bit of confidence. I think with a week or two to go, we were 9-5 and a game out of first place. So they got to feel and experience what it was like to be a part of a championship race. But we didn't end the season the way we would have wanted. And I think hopefully we're driven a little bit by improving and getting better and being in the race longer and hopefully winning a championship at some point.
Ritchie, where do you think on paper this team will be better this year?
Well, we have more depth. That's the obvious thing. Our freshmen, we have 8 new guys, and our freshmen have a chance to play. A lot of them could play right away. So the group last year, the 7 returners, they've got experience, and the 8 new guys, I think, have a little bit more athleticism than the first class that we had, probably a little higher skill level. So I'm anxious to see how those minutes will fit in. That being said, there's only 200 minutes in a game,
sure.
So we'll see who gets them. But our charge has always been for us to put the best 5 players that can help us win the game, that are doing what it takes for a team to have success, and we'll continue to do that.
How long does it take you to develop a rotation, and how deep would you like to go with your rotation?
I think it's season long.
Yeah.
I think there's points in seasons where guys figure it out and they have a little bit better grasp of the system and their role in that system. So it's ever evolving. Coach Susi, who's been with me all of my head coaching career and at UVA 21 years, I think, there's not a doghouse in our program. At least if there is one, maybe you stay there for a day or two, but yeah. We don't close the book on guys. We especially if they're trying to get better. That being said, sometimes that doesn't reflect in minutes, but it doesn't devalue your role on our team if you're not playing.
Good stuff, Coach. We appreciate the time. Can't wait to follow the progress coming up this winter.
Thank you, Alan.
That's head men's basketball coach Ritchie McKay.